Greetings and welcome, fellow citizens. Today on the upgrade project we are going to be looking at the Vulture as well as the Salvaging career path. So all that coming right up after this short intro sequence. Hi, greetings and welcome, fellow citizens. Yes, you know, got the suit back on. It's been a while since I wore this thing. But yeah, today we are going to be having a look at the next thing that we're in our upgrade project, which is the Vulture. Now, I know this has been a bit late because in case you're kind of new to this upgrade project, for each month of last year, we upgraded our ship for between 10 to 30 quid each month, just to see what we got at the end of the year. However, unfortunately, because things have been really busy, I haven't been able to produce these videos. However, I have still been upgrading the ships. So we've got 3 ships that are left to do, and one of them, which is what we're going to be looking at today, is the Vulture. The other one is the Corsair, and the third one is CR8 Medical Pisces. So those are the next 3 videos that I'm going to be looking at over the next few weeks. But one of the reasons why I was waiting so long to get the Vulture out is because I wanted to get my hands really dirty with the Salvaging gameplay. And now that 3.18 is out in wave 1, well, it has been for a long time now, but it has been very awkward to try and use it. And I've finally managed to get some decent video footage after a few bugs. Quite a lot of bugs. A hell of a lot of bugs. Yeah, Salvaging gameplay has been a little bit tentative. Although it does work. The Salvaging gameplay is really quite a nice game mechanic and game career loop to actually follow. And we will go through all of the things that we're doing. So we're going to go through. So start again, sorry. We're going to go through all of the problems and all of the good stuff with the Salvaging as we go through it. Now, firstly, let's have a look at the Vulture. The Vulture is a single solo player ship. It only allows for 1 seat, which is like the pilot. It's only got a single berth, so 1 bed. It is not really designed to have more crew. However, if you really do want to get the most out of the Vulture, I do recommend at least having another person out back. Now, when salvaging, you can use, when salvaging, you can scrape the metals off the hull and it will store that in the containers until it's full. And once the container is full, it will eject that and allow you to salvage more stuff until that's full again, and then it will be blocked. So you can scrape 2 full AUs and then you have to get out your seat, walk all the way to the back and store it store it in the cargo bay. Make sure that you have a tractor beam present with you. So you will need a multi-tool and also the tractor beam attachment. However, you can create this if you've gone out into deep space and you've totally forgotten to get yourself a tractor beam and multi-tool, you can actually create it from the scrap metal that's inside the containers at the moment. We do not recommend doing this because the amount of scrap metal that you would waste creating these is a lot of AUCs. If you can actually buy it, I recommend buying it because it will be so much cheaper to actually just buy it than waste your valuable waste your valuable scrap from manufacturing the parts inside. Unless you're manufacturing the cans. Now the cans, I've been told, I haven't actually progressed through this, but with the multi-tool attachment you do have first person salvaging as well as ship salvaging. Now the first person salvaging is using a multi-tool with a Pacific salvage attachment to that, and also a little canister that acts as a refill, so that you can basically salvage metals off a ship, or scrape, I should stop saying salvage, it's scrape metals off a ship and into a canister, which when it's fully developed will be able to be used to paint back onto other ships to help repair. Not quite in game yet, but at least we can scrape metals off and store them in a container. If you use the device, on inside the metal processing bay inside the Vulture or Reclaimer, we are going to talk about the Reclaimer in this video as well. If you use if you use the construction in the bays, then it will actually be worth more to sell, because when you create them, they will become full containers. So yeah. Instead of going off and scraping, you can actually construct a container which will be full, which you can then sell for a decent amount of profit. So yeah, if you can salvaging up loads of metals and you've filled up your cargo bay, you can still fill up even more by going down and converting the cubes into these little containers, which you can then keep in your personnel and also your inventory. But that will be very time consuming, may not be recommended in the long run. Now the Reclaimer itself, let's go back to the Vulture. I want to talk about the Vulture as well as the Reclaimer in here, because these are both great ships. Now the Vulture is designed for solo operations, but yet I do highly recommend taking another person along with you. And if you can get another person in a separate ship, you can then open up the back of the bay and basically just throw all the containers out so that the other ship can come and pick them up and store them. So if you've got like a whole A, a whole A will be ideal partner for this. I mean, you can use something like a Hercules C2, but you will probably find that it will be so long trying to fill up the C2, because the Vulture is kind of slow in comparison to, let's say, the Reclaimer, and the amount of stuff that you can fill up in there will take a heck of a long time. If you've got like a whole A, you'll be able to fill up the containers on the whole A and also the back of the Vulture, close it up, and both go off in a pretty neat time frame. The whole C will probably take hours to fill. But a whole A, sorry, the C2, not the whole C, the C2 will take hours to fill up, but for the Vulture, a whole A will probably just take, well, less than an hour, hopefully, maybe half hour to fill up, and then you can go off and get yourself a nice little amount of pocket money. If you want to go and take on the Reclaimer, now the Reclaimer is a big mother of a ship. It is still being worked on because there are lots of bugs and lots of problems with the Reclaimer, such as like lifts killing you and front lifts not working and lifts being invisible, and well, a lot of problems with the lifts. So I would say try to avoid the lifts, but the Reclaimer is like one massive big lift and you're going to need it. So, but they are working on those. However, if you're going to work with the Reclaimer, I recommend about a crew complement of 4. So you'll need one person in the cockpit, in the pilot seat, and one person on each of the 2 tractor beams, scrapers, and also 2 people out back in the cargo area sorting out the processing materials. Now, I know, sorry, did I say 4? That's, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I meant 5. Get my words right. So I know some people might not like, So, why do you? No one's going to want to be out back just transporting and tractoring cargo around. But I must admit, when I was doing it, I was actually kind of enjoying it, because I find that the whole salvaging loop is relaxing. I mean, you're not like running for your life. You're not trying to shoot bad guys that are trying to kill you. You don't have to worry about people trying to steal all of your loot that you spent months on trying to accumulate the wealth for. Salvaging gameplay, as long as no one tries to attack you, is actually kind of relaxing, and I find really enjoyable. Even if you're on the if you're a pilot, you just got to make sure that the scrapers are working fine. If you're on the scraper beam team, then you're just working yourself over the. It's very, I would say, therapeutic, almost zen-like. And also, when you're back in, when you're in the back sorting out the cargo, I like playing like Tetris, like just moving the blocks, building them up, and yeah, it is a nice, relaxing gameplay all round. But I'm sure that it probably might not be for everyone, because I know most people that want the action. They want to go in and fight, guns blazing, shooting up bad guys. But yeah, if you've got a full-blown good team, you can have like a team of assault craft that search beacons and go in there and destroy all the bad guys in there for you. You can then come in, sweep up the debris, and just have also just blowing stuff up left, right, and centre, and you're the cleanup crew. And yeah, that's kind of nice, good little teamwork, and this is really making the multiplayer aspect come fully alive. And yeah, and I am blurring out. Why am I blurring out? It's my thing's not starting to work. My thing going weird. Or do I just need to? Or is that my thing blurring out? Or do I just need to get my glasses sorted out? Sorry about this. Yeah, and I can't clean that up. Come on. There we go. Looks like we're all back in business there. Sorry about that. I just saw my screen just all blurred out there. But yeah, the Vulture is definitely one that I am going to be keeping for the long run. I'm not going to be upgrading it because I like the salvage gameplay. I like the I think that it is a good arc to work with, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Just to let you know, one thing I was going to mention was the tractor beams, and I realise I don't have my phone on me, so I'm going to cut for a sec. Okay, right, we just had to get my notes here, because basically salvaging on the Vulture is actually going to be a lot different than salvaging on the Reclaimer, just because of the type of scraper beams that are on there. The Vulture will be much slower than the Reclaimer, because of the two types that we got. Now on the Vulture we've got the clinch scraper and the abridge. I see myself. Wow, this camera keeps blurring out. Don't know why it keeps blurring out. Sorry. I think if I zoom in a little bit, it will stop blurring. But yeah, on the Vulture, you've got two types of scrapers. One of them is the Clinch CLNCH scraper, and you've got the Abrade scraper. Now, there's I've got the Clinch as diameter of 1.5, speed of 60, efficiency at 0.85, as well as the Abrade is has got a diameter of 3.5, so it's bigger than the Clinch. Speed of 0.14, which is slower than the Clinch, and the efficiency of 0.75. So that makes the Clinch scraper much smaller, but you'll get more for your buck. You'll get more speed out of it, and you'll get more efficiency out of it. However, the Abrade has got a larger diameter. It's got a larger diameter, so it will pick up a wider area faster, but its speed is much slower due to this. I think it's and also the efficiency, so you won't pick up as much with that. However, on the Reclaimer, you've also got the Abrade on the Reclaimer, but it's a little bit different from the Vulture in some of the areas, and its more advanced one is the Trawler. Now, on the Reclaimer, the Abrade is got a diameter of 3.50 with a speed of 0.44 and efficiency of 0.89. So the speed is a little bit faster than on the Vulture, as well as you've got a much more efficiency, much more than efficiency than the Abrade that's on the Vulture. However, the bigger size is the Trawler, which is at a size 6.00, so almost double the size. Well, yeah, it is much bigger than the Abrade, and its speed is at 0.15 and efficiency at 0.69. So therefore, even though the Trawler has got a larger area that it works in, it is less efficient and much slower than the Abrade. So I think by looking at these numbers up here, that the Abrade on the Reclaimer would be the actual most efficient, or the best one to be using if you can get hold of it. Yeah, so the Vulture will be slow at getting the scrap metal, and you may want to get someone else to help organise the back. But if you get the Reclaimer, it will be much faster, and you will be making millions with the amount that you'll be getting from that. So, although with that more amount that you're making, you will need more crew members. You cannot solo the Reclaimer. You can solo the Vulture, but it works better with a pair. But you can't solo the Reclaimer and you just won't get any efficiency out of there at all, unless you've got at least one person up front and one person out back dealing with the cargo. So yeah, but yes. I certainly think that the salvaging route is definitely going to be a good advantage for a good step forward for Star Citizen when it comes out finally. Yeah, I mean, it's been in 3.18 for quite some time now, and hopefully it will come to Wave 2. It'll finally get out of Wave 1 and into Wave 2, and maybe even to the live PU. But until then, let's just hope for the best. So, hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've done in creating this. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys out there.